Hey guys, make sure you like this video. Also, if you're not subscribed to the channel, you do so, making sure that that notification bell is on with the option all, so when I upload these videos, you are the first one to watch. Now, just a few days ago, the women had went live. Now, there was something very fishy about them going live. They had not been live in a few days. They were going in hard the first couple of weeks that Natureboy was incarcerated. And they didn't know the fate of what was going to happen to Natureboy. It's getting pretty clear that it's not looking good for Natureboy. And I think they had to pick up with securing the bag and making sure that they put out these downloads, trying to get as much money up as humanly possible in order to keep up with the rent, the food, canteen for Natureboy, the collect calls, and everything that is required in order for Natureboy to be able to survive while being in jail. And they're trying to support him any way possible. And I don't really think, and this is why you're starting to see the women having to step up to the plate, that what Natureboy has ordered True to do for a support system to bring in the money is really bringing the money. And it's also questionable, why is it that these women have to do these downloads, subjecting themselves to what the community is going to backlash and say to them behind them having to beg for donations? And why do they have to always switch out the Cash App? Is the next prospect that they have to watch True? Is True dipping into the pot, but they're not saying anything because he is the provider at this time? And right now, like they always say, the old saying, sometimes we have to bite our tongues. Time will only tell, but there's something very fishy about what's going on in this last download that these women had to do. But this is what they had said on IG. 3 Pride Bill. We will be discussing various topics concerning the destruction of the Black family and the Black women role. Stay tuned. Reflected light from our husband 3God. Follow our IG page 3's Pride and subscribe to our YouTube channel 3 Pride. Donate and show some love. Cash link in the bio. I noticed in that bio there is another Cash App. Now, if there's only 4 women and none of them have left yet, and there's only True, who is the sole provider beside the money that was left after Natureboy got incarcerated, why are they switching out these Cash Apps? The last time they had to do it, that was because Solar and Royal had the passwords and they had allegedly took money from the Cash App. Now I'm starting to see strange behaviors of True, and I'm questioning it. They're getting backlash to women every time they go live doing these downloads for Natureboy. People say things like, ride for your son, Malia, with that man voice. They're hearing these things because no one's taking them serious. I know that they're probably struggling to get these Cash Apps because we are in our head. We have the vision embedded in our heads of what Natureboy did prior to the SWAT coming to the house. And he was behaving in a very nonchalant and ignorant and destructive manner. So why would anyone want to donate to this man? They get comments like, girl, be quiet. Did you ever stop and listen to what you're saying? Makes no sense. Give it up. Go work. They're going to have to keep hearing this because no one's ever bought or is buying what Natureboy's philosophy was on not working a job, living off grid, living off the land, because these people never lived what they try to teach us. And then we get People saying supporting an abuser. Malia was very much so abused. And here, instead of her going home, she's still supporting an abuser. Then we get the comments of she be saying the same thing in different ways. And that is true, because they're running out of things to say, because there is no more to say, because what is done has been done. And then you get the people that are just plain laughing. And I think that that's 95% of people that are listening to them on a daily basis. People look at this as it is a game, not realizing these are people's lives that are being destroyed. These are people's lives that are being put on hold for one man still that is controlling them from a jail cell. And then we have to look at True. He's very questionable. And then it goes back again to, are they switching out these cash apps? Because True is saying, I'm going to get in on what they are doing, which is stealing prior to them leaving. I'm going to get me some of my money back. Maybe because of the PPA loans. Who knows? But I'm not sure if he's digging into the pot, but his conversation is really saying otherwise. True has declined in his talking, the way he appears. He looks like he's tired. He just doesn't know how to tell Natureboy that he wants to walk away and move on. I'm quite sure True has had time to sit with himself, and he's thinking like a human does, that why am I riding for someone who only disrespected me right alongside with these women for so many years? Yes, I learned the knowledge when he was teaching the soul knowledge, and it wasn't about all this BS. But what he's teaching now is something else. I'm following someone that I call my master teacher that has lost all his faculties. And I'm representing a man that's not moving like a man. And I'm not moving like a man because I have a family and a child that I don't even acknowledge. The only one I acknowledge as my child is 𝗪𝗪𝗧𝗖𝗛, which is from Sheba. But I had a firstborn, and I have lost reality of what is important to me because I'm so stuck on the teachings of Natureboy and how we have to leave our worldly possessions behind and our families and everything that you stood for prior to going to carbonation. And this is how a man can get so brainwashed that he only acknowledges one child, that he even only acknowledges that Natureboy is his God and master teacher, instead of acknowledging that he needs to be a father to the child he did in fact have with Sheba, even if it didn't work with Sheba. But he's so lost in the sauce, we don't know when or if True will ever snap back, into reality. He may stay stuck for a lifetime. Unfortunately, that could be the case.